Hey, what's happening YouTube? How's it going, everybody? Thanks for coming back and watching another episode of Aquaporn with me, Steve. Well, today I'm bringing you my Apistogramma Ortegai. Here is my male. I've got him in a 10-gallon down here as a trio. Here's my male. When he flares up, he's got great color striking in his dorsal fin. But I've got two females, and guess what? Had them in there for a couple weeks now, and they bred. Female over here had a whopping 9. I think I'm down to 5. She's still guarding. There's one right in the center here. Well, I missed him, but she had a whopping 9. I saw she was guarding this cave over here, and one would jump out and she'd spit him back in, and jump out again and she'd spit him back in, but she had a whopping 2. So the brood size is rather on the small size. You can see the one right there in the sand, and the other one was up on the cave. Now she was like picking them up and putting them in the cave, and I was kind of hoping that she'd be leading out more. The other guy's up there on top of the cave. You might be able to see the speck jump. There he goes. So she's got these whopping 2. She's not really paying attention to him anymore, so I think she's kind of gonna ditch them. She's showing behavior to the male, trying to get the male interested, perhaps to spawn again. So I'm kind of hoping that they do. Here we go. So I'm not going to take the male out. Normally I take the male out with Fry in the tank so he doesn't eat them. But with the brood size so small, whatever grows out, grows out. If it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it. I'll still feed them and everything like that. But with the brood size this small, it's kind of disappointing. You know, but to be honest, or to be fair, rather, to be fair, I've had this is a wild male that I've had for quite some time, and then I just picked up these 2 wild females only 2 weeks ago. So yeah, they don't like each other too much, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, I should be happy that I have the water conditions and everything just right to get some spawning action going on as it is. And her fry, the 5 that are left, or the 5 that I've seen, they already look like tiny fish. These still kind of look like Fry, the tadpole, because they just started coming out today. But she let hers out about a week ago, and like I said, it was only 9. Now we dropped down to about 5. But if they grow out, that'll be enough to get my Breeders' Award points. And let's see. Yeah, she's like going at it again. She wants them to come in there, and so perhaps she like laid more eggs. But I mean, for having them only 2 weeks, this trio is getting along great. So I expect lots of good spawns from this. This is Apistogramma Ortegai. You might have seen them as Pebas. They just recently got described as Ortegai. They used to be traded online and in shops and stuff as SP Pebas, or you might have seen them as Steel Blue. But they've been around a while. I saw some guy trying to sell them, saying that they're new on the scene. They're newly described, but they've been around a while. Look at he's a great looking male when he flares up like that. Apistogramma Ortegai. And then I got something else here to show you guys. Yeah, go do it. Get to it. Let's have a decent brood size. Something in the 30s and to 50s would be great. So yeah, this happened. I wasn't expecting it to happen. If you've watched my videos, you see I have that top tank that's really hard to get to, and I was just going to use it to grow out plants and keep these firemouths. Got these firemouths for $1 at a club meeting. Didn't really want them, but I got 5 for $1, so I figured I'd just grow them out so I could trade them or sell them at a future date. I came home from work, and bingo, I've got about 40-ish fry. One on the right's the mother, one on the left is the father, and built their nest behind this piece of driftwood here. see, it's like a great big pit back there between the heater and this piece of driftwood with my Anubis with the great blackbeard algae on it. As you can see, I take care of my tanks, but you know, a little bit of dirt in your tank is not a bad thing, and these aren't display tanks, so I'm not going to sweat it too much. But I had 5 in here. It was World War III. Central American cichlids are awesome parents, man, because like with the pistos, it's only the mother who takes care of them, but here the mother tends to the fry while the father guards the territory, and he was just nailing the 3 that were left in here. I mean, he was nailing and keeping them away. So I separated them out into space on my 20-gallon longs that I have divided up, which is a problem. If some of my Apistogrammas start spawning, I want to separate out males and stuff and just kind of shuffle tanks. But I'm looking to rehome them. I'm going to give them away for free. I mean, they cost me $1. I'll get my BAP points for this brood if I can raise them 60 days. Like I said, I was never really interested in this fish, so bang, we got a great big spawn from this fish, and all I did was change the water and feed them. I didn't do anything special. I didn't really look at the water conditions. I didn't give them anything that they would need to breed. They just kind of paired up themselves and got to it. Now I got some spawn. They're eating baby brine shrimp right now. Loving it. And yeah, so now the parents are in this 30-gallon all by themselves, so they can take care of them happily without any stress. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them fry when they grow out. I mean, this fish isn't really expensive because they breed so easily. Seen them online giving them away 10 for $4 and stuff like that, so I'll probably do the same. Any subscribers want them, you pay the shipping, I'll send them to you for free. That goes for the 3 I have left too. Have to be in the United States though. I don't know anything about sending them overseas or to Canada. I don't know anything about that stuff, but USPS shipping, you can get these the 3 I have probably for $15 if you live in California. I'm in Chicago, so centrally located. But that was a nice surprise. I'll get my Breeders' Award points for them, even though, you know, this wasn't a fish I was ever really interested in until I saw them parenting. And their parenting skills are awesome, you know, when there was others in the tank. Now it's kind of boring because there's nothing to watch, you know, no fish for them to just rip apart. But they're really cool fish, especially when they flare up I can see why they call them firemouths, because their throats, like they fire up that comes down. It was really cool. But now, peace and harmony and joy in the tank because I took everybody else out and they can just tend to the babies and let them grow out. That's all I got to show you today, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe. We'll catch you all next time.